Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For starters, sorry for not having a lot of content in the last 2 weeks. I've been kind of redesigning and moving around some plants just so they can get some more sunlight, including here in my living room. And if you're familiar with my videos, you will know that usually this space is chock full of plants. But we're moving things around, and we're going to make it a little bit easier for the plants and better. And on top of that, we're also going to rearrange some of the styles. So let's get started. So this is something I do a couple times a year where I go about and redesign the areas where my plants are, just because I have to be conscious of when the sun is being a little bit too harsh for them and when they're not getting enough sunlight. Right now we are in the winter months, and of course here in Denver, Colorado, it's a little bit tricky because we deal with some pretty cold temperatures like we're dealing with today. In fact, it is 0 degrees outside as of this morning. We bumped up to 5 degrees though, but that provides a challenge in itself. But you'll notice that all this area right now is already cleared. Stuff has moved to the side, and I spent about, an hour and a half just moving around those plants. And it also helped that it was watering day, so it kind of allowed me to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, this is what it looked like as I was moving things around, clearing stuff out, and I also got to clean my windows, so that is better for the plants when it comes to photosynthesis. So we're going to get started, and I'm trying to think about the best way of going about this, because there are some things that I want in the same areas, and we're going to go about it that way. So this will start clearly with one of my grow lights, which I keep here in this corner. This is the one, and I have 4 of these specific bulbs that are inside this light. This one and the other 3 are all Soltech solutions, which I've told you folks a couple times already about how much I love those lights. Mind you, this is not sponsored, so this is just my own experience with them. They are hands down, in my opinion, the best grow lights that someone can get, because from what I've seen, they have done wonders for my plants, especially with my western facing windows. I'm not able to get as good a sunlight as I am during the summer here in Colorado. And I have another Soltech solution light up here, and then I have another one that is up there. So I'm thinking what I want to do is move this stuff over here, and I think we're going to put this back in the same position that it was, like over yonder. So this is really good because I love this. This was a perfect design for this tray, this stand for plants, because it has different layers, and I don't know, I like it. I have a few other ones, but I don't like them as much as I like that one. And then over here, I wanted to do something with my big crawling philodendrons. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this guy over yonder. And of course, my baby is my philodendron gloriosum. I'm not 100% sure if this is where I'm going to keep this plant, but for now, we'll just start stacking and then move things around as they come about. That is such a beautiful plant. I can't get enough of it. And I can't speak enough about it to you guys because I absolutely am thrilled with it. So I want to create some more space though, because I do want to keep my philodendron patriciae, which is my other pride and joy. I want to keep it over here. So I need to create, this is a little humidity reader. I'm going to clip that back on to this guy here. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I might click it onto the window there, and I have some Velcro strips, so that'll be very helpful. Okay, so now we're going to take this guy, put it over here. Hopefully these 2 plants won't have too much of an issue, because this is where they were kind of before. So yeah, okay. So hold on 1 second, because I have to go grab the patriciae. What a lovely plant. This plant is insane, and it is one of my favorites. Before I put it back in its respective spot. I'm going to just clean off the outside of its pot here. I use filtered water for my plants, all of them, except I've noticed that a lot of that buildup that usually comes from distilled water is always hitting my pots for the most part, and it's kind of annoying. Not that it impacts it by any way, but I just don't like the look of it. And so yeah, I have been cleaning these pots nonstop for these ungrateful plants. I'm just kidding, they're grateful. I've had this plant for, gosh, about, I want to say it's been a year now. And it started off, I kid you not with this. This plant, it started off with basically 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 leaves, and it only went up to here. And this thing ballooned, and you can see based off of the size of some of these leaves, like they're pretty big leaves. I mean, they're great. And this is a climbing philodendron, which is why you notice that big, beautiful pole there, because as this plant climbs up, it has aerial roots that attach to the pole that are on the side here. And yeah, it's just absolutely stunning. And this plant will just continue to grow and grow and grow in size. It's absolutely stunning, and it's hands down one of my favorites. But yeah, it's got a new growth point here that's going to come out. This was the last leaf, which is going to grow larger than these ones. And yeah, I'm just really excited for it. So my name is Kevin, and thanks for listening to my TED Talk. All right, I have to clean while we're doing this. So now I'm thinking I want to start piling that up with plants, and I'm trying to figure out what is the best route to take with this, because I wanted some bigger, bushier plants. So I know. One moment. I was glad that I took a little break right there, just because I totally forgot that I have my air plants soaking in water for like over an hour and a half. I usually keep them in there for 20 minutes, so go me! Yeah. Okay, so I'm already second guessing this baby here, the Philodendron gloriosum, this stunning crawler. And I think I'm actually going to put it up here, because that was one of the areas where I really wanted it. I wanted it to be kind of a focal point. So I'm thinking, gosh, let's see, maybe hit an angle like that. No, this will be good, because that way its new growth point, which is coming in from over here, will be able to start growing in that direction, which is what I really want from this plant. I'm going to move this back a little bit closer from the window, just because, as I said, it's really cold here in Denver. It is so cold that it was 0 this morning, and I think the low today is -3, so it's really great conditions for tropical houseplants, you know? Okay, so now we're going to take this Philodendron Summer Glory. Just want to chop off a little part of this leaf. It's a dying leaf, and the fact of the matter is that this will now be able to send its new growth over to the other ones. And I'm just trying to figure out, let's see. This is going to be a work in progress, and it might be a little bit annoying, but but that's just me in particular. In general, might do something over yonder, like so, which would allow for me. I also want to do some contrast with some coloring, so I might take this fella, which is one of my lovely cuttings of my Philodendron Dark Lord. I've made so many of these cuttings after the plant got so big, and they've all taken off so well, which has been really nice to see, because you never know how things are going to go with certain plants, you know? No, it won't go well there. I need something that's a little bit more filling. So, speak to me, plants. Which ones of you are more filling? Oh, I might take my Macaulay's Finale here, my larger one, and I might put it in the center because I want that to be filled up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there. Okay, cool. So I have that yonder. I want to make sure it has enough space, so I'll just pull it forward a bit. get really obsessive with these plants. They run my life into the ground. From there, I think we might then take my cutting that I made of my philodendron mamii, another crawler, and put it under here because I like the silver contrast. It looks so lovely. Okay, I'm curious in the comments if you folks wouldn't mind putting your comments in there, but out of these plants, which ones do you guys have? And out of curiosity, what has your growing experience been like with them? Because I know some of them can be a pain and other ones are a little easier to deal with. And trust me, those easier ones to deal with are always such a blessing. Another Dark Lord cutting. This one's already growing leaves, just like the last one. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do a little bit of contrast with the coloring too. I like that idea. It's not that I like it, I love it. It's just about finding perfect amount of space for these fellas without having them trip over each other. And I'm trying, even though I know it's going to be impossible, I'm trying to make it so their leaves don't really touch as much, because you never know. I mean, you know, it's like if one plant unfortunately were to get a pest, the next thing you know, all of your plants have pests, and the one thing we hate is pests. So let's see, I want to make good use of this area here, but I'm not quite sure what will go there yet. Actually, maybe I'm thinking actually my larger Anthurium crystallinum will go there. This thing's been taking off, and I was telling you guys about this in another video, but it's doing really, really well, which I'm really happy to see because it was on the struggle bus for a good year because I did not know how to take care of it, which shame on me, but I did bounce back and learn it, which is the important part, right? Okay, so I'm thinking down here, down at yonder, I might put my smaller philodendron bilietiae. I feel like it'll have some room down there to kind of do its own thing. I need something though. Oh, maybe this. This would help push it up. Let's see. Will it work? That's the big question. Yes, it will. Awesome. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to find something that I have that I could kind of just like sit it on because I don't like how low it is in there, but this will actually be perfect. And so, yeah, excellent. Look at that. I'm actually using my mind today, which is something I rarely do. Okay, so this is the thing, is that I moved all of my plants out of the living room when I was doing this just so I can have space. And now that I have that space, I'm trying to figure out which plants are still left. Maybe I'm going to do is move this a bit over. And that way, I reckon that I can probably put, yeah, I think the Jose Bono is going to go up there. Or is it? I don't know. Gosh, this is why I need to stop being so wish-washy with my ideas. Go with them, Kevin. Believe in yourself. Actually, I think this fella, another crawling philodendron, my philodendron Dean McDowell. Ooh, does not like having its leaves like that. He's going to go hither, I think. Never, ever, ever, if I ever invited you guys over to talk plants or do anything with plants, never take me up on that offer, because I'll tell you what, I can be really annoying when it comes to plants, because I am literally just trying to figure out the best situation for them, and I can go on and on and on, and sometimes I just don't really shut up. So there's that. Oh no, I accidentally placed this on one of the Macaulay's finale leaves, which was not my intention, I'm sorry. Let's see here. Maybe this guy can go like this, but then his leaves run in. I'll tell you what, there is never a win-win situation for me in this. Ever. Okay, so if I have that over here, like so, I can then take this guy and put him over here. If you have made it this far in the video, congratulations to you. You are a trooper. I, however, am indecisive. Maybe if I put him like that. Why not? Boy, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to click on to the next video now. And quite frankly, I don't think I would blame you. Not one bit. I'm just kidding. Please don't go. I need you guys. All right. And if you see anything in how I'm going about putting these plants together, designing them, that you think just by the view that you see here, please let me know, because as you can tell, I am totally fine with moving things around, even after I already have them placed. Oh, that poor baby. Okay, I'm gonna move him back forward. Back forward. Wow, I'm starting to actually make a little bit of progress. What more could you ask for? Well, I'll tell you what I could ask for is to have this weather be a little bit more warm. That would be lovely. And that does not look lovely there. Really what I need to do is, I used to take like a bunch of time off from work to do this. I would take like a week off when I worked in TV news, and I would spend that week just having a little staycation with my plants where I can move them around to parts where I think would do well. But honestly, you guys don't want to have to deal with a video like that, because that's the sort of video that ends up being like several hours. And quite frankly, we don't have time for a documentary. So next up is the Jose Bono, which has been growing so lovely, and it's hands down one of my favorite plants. And what I'm going to do is put it out this way. 1, 2, 3 of these leaves are brand new. They popped up in the last couple of months, and they are lovely. And I have another crawler here, another beauty, my philodendrons. And this is a very fussy plant that is, boy, I'm trying to put this in the kindest way. It's a pain in the butt because it needs such good conditions in terms of like, it wants high humidity, it needs perfect light, all this stuff. But isn't that every plant when you think about it? I mean, yes, well, I can go ahead, I guess, and start complaining about this particular philodendron or any kind of species. But really, at the end of the day, it's what all of these plants really want. And sometimes we just have to give them what they want. It's the nature of the game, friends. It is the nature of the game. I'm wondering, I might be able to take this and, yeah, I think I could. Or maybe I'll save this. See, I'm doing it again. Doing it again, guys. Actually, I might put this right here. Aw. And it mixes with it. So, one more of these guys. I think I'm gonna put this guy down here, this feller. And it's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself. I'm gonna put this fella over yonder. Just want to clean off its little areas, and I'll have to push those plants back a little. But yeah, this is how I like to spend my free time when I'm not working or doing stuff with friends, etc. So yes, says Kevin. This is where I start talking to myself because nobody else will listen. It's just a common theme. I think, yeah, like that. And then with the power of these crates, we will create something that will allow for the other plants to live their best lives, or at least the life that I unfortunately destined them to have. Let's see how I can do this with a little bit of backing like that. That way there's room for other plants. It really comes down to a science I still don't understand. It happens, guys. Okay, so now that we have that, I want to take this last little box here, and what do I want to do with this box? Maybe, guys, we can take, maybe this would be better, actually. I'm going to stack them. No, for right now, I'm going to put this down and calm down because I'm running out of ideas in space. Okay, so we have, no. Okay, this guy's gonna go back in my room where it was prior. Put that there. And I do need to fill up some more spots with these plants. This is one of my favorite cuttings of my variegated philodendron burley marks. I just love the way that this pot is. You can see it's got like colors that bounce with the yellows and greens in there. It's really pretty. Maybe, I'm gonna put him right there just for now. And then I'm going to take my philodendron felix, which has a brand new leaf that's about to unfurl. And I reckon he's going to go right where he was prior. Yeah, right there. And then I need a big bushy plant for up top there. This is gonna be one of those I'll be right back moments. So what I ended up deciding was I was gonna put the Syngonium frost that I have, I'm gonna put it right here because it could use some more light. I've been having it right outside of my living room, in between like the kitchen and the living room, for a while, and it's doing fine, but I feel like it really probably would appreciate the extra light that it can get from over here. So we are going to move it in a way that will give it the best light advantage, because that's what we want for our plants. And I don't know if that's what we want for our plants all the time, but we want to make sure they're happy so they don't freak out, which then freaks us out, and it just sets off this chain reaction. You plant parents, you all know. All right. So, I was wondering why this thing was acting all strange when I was trying to put it into a certain spot. It turns out it has legs on there. Okay, that makes sense. I don't make sense. That's the problem. Okay, so we have that. We have that, we have this, we have that, we have that, we have that, we have that. I'm still not sold on that being the location for this baby. It's so pretty, I just want everybody to see it. Wondering, actually, maybe on the ground it would do just fine. I reckon. With enough space for it. There we go. Yeah, it's all coming together-ish. Okay, so now I just need to put a plant over there. And that can be as easy as taking what other plants do I have? Hold that thought. Okay. So I'm back with the mamie. Almost dropped it there. And another philodendron. I forget the name of that one. And I bought it a year ago, but it was really cheap and I totally forget what the species is now. But that's okay, because as you folks have learned, unfortunately, I am very forgetful. Okay. So if we do it like that, it still gets the light. And I can just put something down below there to fill up that space. But what will that be? I don't know. Okay, I have this here that I can use to bring this baby up here, like so. I'm gonna be cognizant still of not having too many leaves touch. Actually, you know, this guy was over here before, and I'm sure he would still like to be. Does he fit? Ish. Kind of. Bend your leaf through there. Cool. Now you have some more room. Yay! Okay. So, still need to figure out. Gosh, do I like that? No, I don't. This is from being indecisive again. Okay. So I'm gonna move this box right here. And take this fella out. Take this plant out of here. I'm going to flip this around. Ooh, and I can actually use this to hide the fan in. I'm actually using my mind again. I know, you guys are probably like, really? Is that what you consider using your mind? Because, and trust me, I get it. I get where you guys are coming from. And yes, I'm not a very decisive person. In most aspects of life, I should say. Okay. No. Cool. So, throw him over here a little bit more. And then I have one more box for this spot over here, which can be something small and as simple as, I don't even know yet. That's my problem. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, move this guy up here. I did want to swap out this gigantium for a different gigantium. And I will go grab him. So rather than go with the gigantium, I'm taking a cutting of my philodendron bilietier, which hopefully continues to do well. And I'm going to put him right there. And I believe this is alocasia black velvet. And this baby is going to go right into here. Yeah, I like the contrast of that, and I still have two other spots over here, but I do know exactly what I want to go in there, and that'll be really simple. 3 spots, I should say. So I'm gonna go grab those ones. I have one of my epiprenums here with its beautiful white foliage, and I think that guy can go yonder, like so. And tuck that baby around, do it this way, and I think that this jade satin scindapsus will go in here. I love jade satin scindapsus. They're my favorite of the scindapsus. I have this other scindapsus here that's growing out of control. I need to figure something out with that, but we will cross that bridge another time. So now that we have that, need one more spot over here, and I think I have just the plant. By just the plant, being indecisive again, I think we're gonna go with moving this Syngonium frost up hither to this spot. It's like some prime spot there for it because it has the grow light right above it. It's gonna be really happy there. Let's see, go this way, and that might go out a little bit, like so. It's not perfect, but I think it'll do. No, it won't. It says, I want to be there, Kevin. It's like I was teasing it and then taking away its natural light. Plants are just a little bit too much. And I'm curious to know if you guys want to put in the comments, because I'd love to, I read them all the time, and I'm just curious to know, like, what is your favorite genus of plants? What's your favorite species? Because I know it differs person to person, and I know that with myself also. So I'm just curious. Let me know. Mention it in the comments below. By the way, if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Shameless plugs are always good. Oof, but the question is, do we want that too close? No, because it's hiding the beauty of the plants baffled me. Oh, I know. I could just take this fella here, the Anthurium crystallinum, and we'll put that there. So its beautiful foliage gets recognized, and it also has an abundant amount of light, which I'm sure, especially for an Anthurium, will appreciate. Now, I'm thinking this guy will go here. Will it fit? Won't have enough room. It will, yay! Awesome. Cool. So, well, we figured out one of my many problems with plants, and probably also in life in general. So, this is what it's looking like right now, guys, and it will evolve, as they always do, over time. So thank you guys so much for joining in on this video, and if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for all new content, which will, of course, continue to be pumped out for you guys. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.